How vain it is to sit down to write when you have not stood up to live. I find it wholesome to be alone the greater part of the time. To be in company, even with the best, is soon wearisome and dissipating. I love to be alone. I never found the companion that was so companionable as solitude. You must live in the present, launch yourself on every wave, find your eternity in each moment. Fools stand on their island of opportunities and look toward another land. There is no other land, there is no other life but this. Books are the treasured wealth of the world, and the fit inheritance of generations and nations. Do not be too moral. You may cheat yourself out of much life, so aim above morality. Be not simply good, be good for something. If a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music he hears, however measured or far away. I learned this, at least, by my experiment, that if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams, and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. The greatest compliment that was ever paid me was when one asked me what I thought, and attended to my answer. Nothing makes the earth seem so spacious as to have friends at a distance. They make the latitudes and longitudes. The cost of a thing is the amount of what I will call life, which is required to be exchanged for it, immediately or in the long run. Not till we are lost, in other words, not till we have lost the world, do we begin to find ourselves and realize where we are in the infinite extent of our relations. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. As you simplify your life, the laws of the universe will be simpler. Solitude will not be solitude, poverty will not be poverty, nor weakness weakness. What is the use of a house if you haven't got a tolerable planet to put it on? Could a greater miracle take place than for us to look through each other's eyes for an instant? Only that day dawns to which we are awake. There is more day to dawn. The sun is but a morning star. When I hear music, I fear no danger. I am invulnerable. I see no foe. I am related to the earliest times, and to the latest. I say, beware of all enterprises that require new clothes, and not rather a new wearer of clothes. If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams, and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. He will put some things behind, will pass an invisible boundary, new, universal, and more liberal laws will begin to establish themselves around and within him, or the old laws be expanded and interpreted in his favor in a more liberal sense, and he will live with the license of a higher order of beings. We are born as innocents. We are polluted by advice. I have, as it were, my own sun, and moon and stars, and a little world all to myself. Thank God men cannot fly, and lay waste the sky as well as the earth. I should not talk so much about myself, if there were anybody else whom I knew as well. When we are unhurried and wise, we perceive that only great and worthy things have any permanent and absolute existence, that petty fears and petty pleasures are but the shadow of the reality. What sort of philosophers are we, who know absolutely nothing of the origin and destiny of cats? Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. I say, let your affairs be as 2 or 3, and not 100 or 1,000. Instead of 1,000,000 count half a dozen, and keep your accounts on your thumbnail. To be a philosopher is not merely to have subtle thoughts, nor even to found a school, but so to love wisdom as to live according to its dictates, a life of simplicity, independence, magnanimity and trust. The animal merely makes a bed, which he warms with his body in a sheltered place, but man, having discovered fire, boxes up some air in a spacious apartment, and warms that, instead of robbing himself, makes that his bed, in which he can move about divested of more cumbrous clothing, maintain a kind of summer, in the midst of winter, and by means of windows even admit the light, and with a lamp, lengthen out the day.